Hi students, good morning. I am Sangeeta from DHSS. I hope everybody is fine and safe. Today in this video, we are going to see 7th Standard English Unit 2, Supplementary Reader, The Red Dead Leak, written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. About the author, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was born on 22 May 1859. He was a British writer and medical doctor. He created Sherlock Holmes' character in 1887. The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes, published in 1892. Children, let's see the characters first. Sherlock Holmes, the famous private detective. Dr. Watson, a doctor and Sherlock's friend. James Wilson, a red-haired shopkeeper. Vincent Spadling, Wilson, assistant also known as John Clay. Duncan Ross, Spadling's partner with red hair. Mr. Peter Jones, detective from Scotland Yard. Mr. Merryweather, the bank manager. The story goes with brief introduction and three scenes. Let's listen to the introduction part. Mr. Wilson, a red-head pawn shop owner, meet the famous detective Sherlock Holmes and his apartment. To find a solution for his practical jokes, someone had been played on him. Sherlock Holmes and his friends, Dr. Watson, listened to Mr. Wilson's narration. Mr. Wilson said that he joined a Red Dead League established and headed by Duncan Ross, a Red Dead American millionaire. Wilson's work at copy the Encyclopedia Britannia daily from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wilson accepted this offer at two reasons. First one, a pawn shop was busy only in the evening. Second one, he wanted money and it was good amount, 4 p.m. a week. But after a 8 week, he was shocked to find the notice that the office was dissolved. Sherlock asked the Wilsons about his assistant. Wilson said his assistant, Vincent Spalding, joined in few months and he was fine worker. He had interested for photography and he added that Wilson was one who showed in the advertisement to the newspaper about the Red Dead League. Here, Wilson's complaint and comes to an end. Let's now go with scene number 1. Outside Wilson's shop in Suspect Square, Holmes is walking up and down. Now and then he hits the ground outside the shop with his walking stick. Then he knocks on the door of the shop. Spardling opened shop door. The legs of his trousers are dirty. Spardling, can I help you? Holmes, yes. How can I go to the stand? Stand means magazine. Spardling, third on the right and fourth on the left. He goes back into the shop and closes the door. Holmes, he is a clever young man, Watson. Watson, is he? Why did you ask about the stand? You know London very well. You wanted to see him. Holmes, did you notice his trouser? Watson, his trouser? No, but I saw you hit the ground with your stick. Holmes, my dear Watson, that is not the time for discussion. I must go look at the road. Begin Suspect Square. You had go to the work. Watson is to the hospital. Holmes, right, but I want your help tonight. Come at 10 o'clock. Scene 2. The strong room at a bank with many boxes and scraps in it. Holmes, Watson, Jones and a policeman are on the stage hiding behind some boxes. Holmes, is everything ready upstairs, Miss Jones? Jones, my men are waiting at the front door of the bank and near the shop. Holmes, good. Now we must be quiet and wait. He put out the light. The strong room is dark, but we can see the men waiting behind the scraps. Nothing happens. Watson looked at his watch. Watson whispering, it is 11:15 ohms. When? Holmes, shh, don't spoil our investigation. They see a light coming through the stone floor. Suddenly stone give away. First a hand with a gun comes out of the ground. Then other hand, Spotling comes out followed by Rose. Spotling to Rose. Now have you got? With this light, Holmes come out from behind his box and is Spotling Holmes. Now the gun is on the ground. Rose quickly gets back into the tunnel. Jones wants to stop him, but he cannot. Holmes, you can't get away, John Clay. Spaulding, no, but Rose, my friend. Holmes, there are 3 men waiting for him at the other end. Spaulding, you think of everything, Mr. Holmes. You are very clever. Holmes, so are you? John Clay, your Red Dead League was clever. Scene 3. Sherlock Holmes study. Holmes and Watson are sitting on chairs. Holmes. There was never any Redded leak. The villains wanted Wilson's away from the shop for some hours every day. Then Clay saw the color of Rose's hair and thought of a Redded leak. So, when Wilson went to work in their office every day, they had time to make their tunnel. Very clever. Watson, so Spaulding is John Clay, the notorious thief. When did you first know that? Holmes, I suspected when Spaulding was happy to work for half wages. Why? I thought Spaulding often went down to the cellar. What's he is doing done there? I thought tunnels. Yes, Spaulding making a tunnel, I thought. To another building. Watson, you saw me hitting the ground with my stick outside the shop. Watson, yes, now I understand. You want to know if the cellular was in the front of the shop. Holmes, yes, I did, and it was not. The cellular was behind the shop. Then I saw the man, Spaulding. I recognized him immediately. Did you see his trouser? That was dirty. Watson, why? Because making a tunnel is dirty work. Watson, very clever, Holmes. Holmes, then I went into the next street at the back of the shop. And what did I see? The bank. Watson, the bank is, of course. Holmes, why is that young man making a tunnel? I thought to get into the bank's strong room. Of course. Watson, but why tonight? How did you know? Because they closed the office of the Redded League. The tunnel must be ready, I thought. And Saturday is a good day. The bank does not open on Sunday. It could have given the thief enough time to get away. Watson, laughing. But they did not get away. Holmes, you are very clever. Holmes, in a serious tone. That's very true, Watson. Students, next to learn glossary, investigation, systematic explanation, tunnel, an artificial underground passage, notorious, a famous for some bad qualities, cellar, lower ground floor, recognized, identified. Next, true or false, photography was Vincent Spaulding hobby, false. Mr. Rose did not want to hire Mr. Wilson. False. Mr. Wilson worked for Miss Rose for 6 weeks. False. Mr. Jones was a lawyer. False. Spaulding dug a tunnel from the cellar of the shop to the jewelry shop. False. Question answer. Why did Jap Wilson meet Mr. Holmes? Jap Wilson was a pawn shop owner. His assistant Spaulding made him join the job of copy the encyclopedia. After 8 weeks, the office is closed and dissolved. So he met Mr. Holmes for a solution. Describe Vincent Spaulding. Vincent Spaulding was a clever young man. He happily worked as the assistant for Mr. Wilson in his pawn shop for off wages. He was actually John Clay, the notorious thief. Why did Spaulding spend a lot of time in the cellar? Spaulding was spending a lot of time in the cellar of the pawn shop because he was making a tunnel to get into the strong room of the bank. in the next street at the back of the shop. How did Holmes' team catch the thief? The Holmes team was ready at the strong room in the bank on Saturday night, accepting the arrival of the thief. Holmes caught Spaulding by his arm and others caught Rose at the other end of the tunnel. Thank you, students. Thanks for watching. Like, share and comments.